G'day guys, we wanted to just quickly run through the testing that we'll be doing with the boys on Monday and Thursday if we need to. This is essentially our mobility, our strength, our power testing. Now we want to get you guys to give us a quick hand with this. It's pretty basic, so it's hard to stuff up, but we want to give you guys a little rundown just so you've got a bit of an idea of what that looks like when we kick off. So because you'll be doing some of the measurements, so we'll essentially have a clipboard or a couple of clipboards with the columns and rows of all the players, and yeah, you just have to fill out the numbers. So it's pretty straightforward, and Az will just sort of demonstrate all the movements for you now. So we'll try and be quick. Cool. So the first one is a knee to wall test, so measuring ankle stiffness. So we want foot on the outside of the tape measure, and then heel stays flat on the ground. You can do whatever you want with the other foot, but it just should sit on the other side of the tape measure. And Az is going to push his knee to the wall, gets a touch on the wall with his heel down, perfect. If he does that, he moves his foot back, and we go again. Okay. So we want to try and avoid like really having to push into it. So, you know, taking your back foot off the ground and then like leveraging like heaps of, you know, internal rotation and really trying to crank on the knee. So we want to try and keep it reasonably strict. Okay. So that's your knee to wall test. So you'll do both ankles. Okay. The second test will be a pike test or a hamstring flexibility test. So we'll get the boys standing up on top of a box. Now Aaron's got pretty good mobility, so we want his knees fully locked out. So give us a bad demo, Az. So it would be knees bent like that, or go a bit straighter for us. Even that is not straight enough. We want them fully locked out. So yeah, that's pretty much fully locked out. So you can see Az is reaching below the box there. So you'll see a lot of the guys, if you go up Az and pretend to be shit. So you'll see a lot of the guys probably not make it. So we'll hold a tape measure there and we'll just meet their fingertips. And that'll be a plus score. So that'll be like plus 19 if he goes below the box. Okay, you'll chuck the tape measure underneath and you'll measure a negative distance, okay? So that's your hamstring pike test. We've got lateral split, which is essentially tape measure, foot will be on the outside of the line, and then he'll reach his foot as far across as he can. So looking for groin flexibility here. So we're measuring from the inside of the right ankle. You can get a stick or a pen, but you kind of want to be the inside of your, okay, so 158. So you want to measure the inside of the ankle for that one. Third one will be a couch stretch or a couch test. So we're going for foot up the wall, knee fully flat against the wall, okay, and knee on the ground. Then he'll try and bring his other foot up in front. You'll have some boys who might not be able to actually even get their foot up that high, okay? So you'll see some boys can't reach much past this. So we'll take a measurement from the wall to essentially his shoulder blades, the middle of his back. So that would be like probably 66 centimeters there. Now, ideally, he can come up, and a lot of the boys will be able to do this, but we're gonna measure again from the middle of his back to the wall. So it would be like 20. So yeah, ideally we want to try and get, without losing contact with your knee on the wall. So we'll need both feet on that one. So that's your mobility test. They're your 4 mobility tests. Then we'll go into some power stuff. So we're essentially going to test a broad jump and then a single leg broad jump. So yeah, your feet will be on the line, tape measures out there, and Az will just jump, okay? Jump, stick, you must stick the landing, okay? So yeah, do one more, Az. Just grab a stick, okay? So give him a few warm-up practice ones, and then you'll do a big jump, okay? You'll stick it, and then you come in with a stick, and you'll go, cool, 185 centimeters is his score, okay? So that's your broad jump, and then we'll do a single leg version of that. Exactly the same thing. One leg, couple of attempts, and then a couple of attempts for your best. Okay, you'll do the same thing. You must balance. You can't overbalance or anything. Again, measure that off the stick like that. Okay, so you do that with both feet. That's your two, well, essentially your two power tests. Then we've got our strength testing. So I've got push-ups, chin-ups, and a shrimp squat. Okay, so push-ups are pretty straightforward. You'll have a cone. Now that cone must make contact with your sternum every single rep. Okay, so as it's gonna set up like that, all the way down, strong contact, all the way up. Okay, all the way up, all the way up. And you'll see, yeah, you do one more for us. See, yeah, chest is really touching that cone. Okay, as many as you can. You can't break them up. It must be continuous. Okay. This other one, second one will be a shrimp squat. Now this one will be, you'll see quite a lot of variation with the boys. So, do you want to give us a demo of the shrimp squat as? So we'll probably start them all with one weight plate behind them. So it's a test of leg strength and also a bit of mobility. So we want the knee to touch the plate. Okay, so the heel stays flat on the ground. Knee down, touches, ideally as his heel would probably be a little bit higher, so his foot is a bit further away from the ground. Perfect, so his arms go out in front. Cool, so if they can do that, then they'll try and do to the ground. So can you do to the ground as? Try your best. Okay, again, good, nice touch, come back up. All right, so that's that test. Boys that can do that will go to a deficit then, so they'll stand on top of the plate. Okay, and they'll try and get to the ground there. Quite challenging, as beautiful, okay? So that's your shrimp squat test, okay? So you do that for both legs. The last test that we'll do will be a chin up. So we'll jump on the bars, go on a higher one as, okay? So something that's decently high, so they can hang. So we want a dead hang, cool, and chin up all the way over. So the chin must go over the bar and making contact with the neck or the chest, okay? Again, must be continuous and must always return to that dead hang position. Cool, as it's smashing it out. So they're your tests that we're gonna do. Yeah, that's the testing that we're going to do for now. We've got some speed gates which we can potentially do as well. And if you guys want to do an endurance test, we can do a Bronco test as well in the car park. Probably a bit hectic with 15 guys, so it's probably better to do that on the field. But we can have a chat about whether you want to do that for some fitness testing as well. But they're your mobility, your power, and your strength tests that we'll go through, and they're the ones that we'll actively be trying to improve throughout the next couple of weeks and throughout the rest of the year. So, thanks.